Well, you can read.
Hi, I'm Emma Gottschalk. I was interested in the technology behind the prosthetics and how they have advanced over time.
Hi, I am Jordan Kellerman, and this project is important to me because as someone that plans to go into the military, the subject of prosthetics is quite relevant and important for the risk that anyone sent over the war grounds may face the dangers of bombs that could result in the loss of limbs. It is actually fascinating to know and understand the technology and science that is involved in these sometimes life-saving machines. It is amazing that this technology is allowing seriously injured soldiers to return to their line of work.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Wachtman. I was interested in learning more about prosthetic legs because a lot of people in our society depend on them. I thought it would be cool to know more about how they work and who they influence.
Between 1950 and 710 BC, the first prosthetic toe was created. It was made out of wood and leather. In 300 BC, the first prosthetic leg was made from bronze and iron with a wooden core. In the Middle Ages, from 476 to 1000, peg legs and hooks were introduced. By the Renaissance, the 1400s to 1800s, prosthetics were being made of copper, iron, steel, and wood. In 1863, there was a big push for advancements, bringing forward the cosmetic hand with moving fingers and other attachments. By the 1970s, the prosthetics were made of plastic, polycarbonate, and laminates, making them lightweight and easier to clean. Modern-day prosthetics are highly specialized and can be controlled by sensors and microprocessors.
The cost of prosthetic limbs greatly differs between what type you need and how much your insurance will pay. Simple prosthetics for walking cost around $5,000 to $10,000, while higher-level prosthetics that read your muscle impulses are likely to cost around $70,000. If you are still growing, it is likely that you will need to get many prosthetics because your body will change and disrupt the efficiency of the leg. Your stump could also change shape, leading to the necessity of a new prosthetic. Most are built to withstand 2 to 4 years, but some only last a few months due to growth or model type. Simple legs work by using gravity. You have to learn how to balance and move on the leg. The more sophisticated ones use electricity to move and battery packs to power them. The newest ones are myoelectric legs, which use electrodes to sense the body's electric impulses in the remaining limb, which would be like thinking about moving your leg in your mind and having your prosthetic immediately do it for you. The forces acting on a prosthetic leg are normal force, where the ground forces the leg up, weight force, where the leg pushes the ground down, and static friction force between the ground and the prosthetic. There is also a friction force between where the prosthetic connects to a person's body.
The parts of the prosthetic leg include the prosthetic limb. They need to be lightweight since natural legs are quite heavy in order for the limb to not tire the body. However, they must be able to maintain the weight of the body, so they often are constructed of carbon fiber with foam for comfort and sometimes a flesh-toned plastic for aesthetics. The socket. This part is especially important for the comfort of the leg or other part of the body when considering other types of prosthetics. It molds to the residual limb, which is the remaining part of the patient's leg. It is important to maintain the health of the residual limb, including the tissue around it, in order for the patient to continue to wear the prosthetic without further pain or damage. It is common, despite how well the socket may be constructed, for patients to need replacements after a certain amount of time due to the residual limb changing shape. The attachment mechanism. This part of the prosthetic is vital for the comfort of the patient. It allows for control of prosthetics, and it can be in the form of an elastic sleeve, a suction socket, or old-fashioned straps and harnesses. The control system is operated by systems of cables due to the work of what a muscle would accomplish. A basic prosthetic leg would function with gravity's force, while more complicated ones may be powered by a rechargeable battery. Transtibial prosthetics are below the knee, and they include the socket, the pylon, and the foot. Transfemoral prosthetics are more complicated. They include the socket, the femoral extension, the mechanical knee, the tibial extension / pylon, and the foot.
One of the most common sports prosthetics is the blades used for running. They are curved lower extremity pieces made of carbon fiber. Each blade can be customized for a person's weight and impact level. They were known for being used by the Olympian Oscar Pistorius in the 2012 Olympic Games. The Moto Knee and VersaFoot were created by Mike Schultz, who lost his leg in a snowmobile accident. He found it difficult to find the prosthetic that worked well for his extreme sports, so by using rugged, lightweight materials and shock absorbers, he was able to come up with a much more reasonable limb.
Prosthetics are usually made from acrylic resins and maintain support from either glass or carbon fiber to provide structural strength. However, in third world areas around the world, these materials to create prosthetics are quite costly and unenvironmentally friendly. It is the goal of biochemical engineers of prosthetics to create a synthetic nervous system to integrate the body and nerves of the host of a prosthetic with the prosthetic itself. These engineers of these machines struggle to make this happen due to the complexity of the human nervous system and body. So the ideal prosthetic would have to mimic such a complex system, which would face the challenges of 1, the weight of the technology involved to make this connection between the body and artificial limb, and 2, the issue of the wires and nerves involved to not interfere with each other's purposes. The current idea of circulating the biomaterials that could be possibly used for the purpose of prosthetics would be to use carbon nanotubes insulated by glass as artificial nerves. A team at Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee attempted to put the powder of carbon nanotubes in glass to put this plan into action for individual communication channels. Although it may be another decade or so to fully accomplish this plan of action for prosthetics, this is one of the ways biochemists are planning on creating prosthetics. The innovations of current and future prosthetics continuously are improving from the wood blocks and leather straps that had been used in the past. Prosthetics impact society with the occupations that they provide, the cost of prosthetics, and the function that they include. Prosthetics provide job opportunities for both the people that use them and the people that make them. It is important to create limbs that are both affordable and cost-effective. There are many different types and functions of prosthetics, and it is important that each person finds one that fits their need.